Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Becky Thames here for The Drive at 5, and today I wanted to talk about how to avoid eBay scam horror stories. How to avoid eBay scam horror stories. Oh, I got a pimple right there. This reminds me, I have a pimple right here, and I'm doing a Facebook Live. And I know many people that would not even get in front of the camera because they're like, oh my gosh, I got a pimple right there. And so guys, I always look at it like this. Will it matter 100 years from now that I have a pimple right here? Nope. So why do I let it bother me now? Hey, Tina. So that's from a book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. But I just saw that and I was like, oh, well, let me address that. But speaking of this pimple, I'm surprised I only have one pimple, guys, because I have been eating like crap. I wrote you guys today, and I told you I went to the doctor. I gained 9 pounds in 1 month. That's 9 pounds in 1 month. And that was the month of September. And I was like, what is going on? Well, I'm going to blame it on September. So September was my birthday. I ate the cake. September was my son's birthday. I ate the cake. September was my anniversary. I ate the cake. September I went on the cruise with the girls. I ate the cake and I drank the cake. So I only exercised, I exercised 2 times at home for the whole month of September and 2 times on the cruise ship. So for a total of 4 times that I exercised. So normally I would exercise 3 to 4 times a week, and throw in there that we have baseball for both my boys and my husband's coaching football. So we have not been eating very good this past month. And so that's why I gained 9 pounds. But I wanted to get on here and tell you I'm surprised I don't have more than one pimple from everything. Oh, and I had an epic Amazon month. So I ate the cake and I ate a whole bag of Jelly Belly jelly beans because that's my favorite. Those Jelly Belly jelly beans. And then the other thing, I have them in there at work right now, is pork skins. Guys, I love pork skins, and I love to combine Jelly Belly jelly beans and pork skins. I am as southern as they come. I don't know if anybody has a weirder concoction than that, but that's sweet and salty. And I don't like just any pork skins. I like the pork skins at the Mexican grocery stores. They are like fresh. They're just fried. Guys, they are like the best stuff. So if you're doing low carb, definitely go to your local Mexican grocery store and buy pig skins. Because here in the South, we eat everything on the pig from the rooter to the tutor. Okay, so now I'm back to my eBay horror scam. Sorry for that little rant. I just wanted to tell you about how I've gained weight. Oh, well, let me say that was kind of the downside. The upside is I realized that I was doing it. And so I had to change it, because if I don't make a change, you have to make a choice to make a change. So I chose to eat healthier. I chose to get on the treadmill this morning. I chose to get on the treadmill twice already this week, but it was the choices that I made. So I know I was making bad choices last month, and I asked my doctor, I was like, why do I do that? And she's like, well, it's human nature. She said, I want you to start eating back healthy like you were, because I was doing so good. And another thing, guys, if you see me on the Drive at 5 and I'm not talking about it, I'm probably not eating well as far as my weight goes. I'm probably not doing good. And I am back on track. So you'll be hearing more about actually, I was going to post on Facebook today about my treadmill and training were done before 6 o'clock this morning. And so it was the Drive at 5 on my treadmill this morning, because, whenever you're scrolling through social media or however you do it, you should be doing cardio while you're doing that. So you're not wasting that time just scrolling. Be doing some type of cardio while you're scrolling on social media. And if you spend as much time on your treadmill or outside walking as you do on social media, you'll probably look pretty healthy. Just my little rant for today. And I'm speaking to myself. So I did that because I was on the treadmill this morning. But I wasn't scrolling Facebook. I was learning, guys. I purchased a new course. I'm learning. It's called Twist Your List. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's by my mentor, Diane Hockman. And it's amazing. Remember, I told you guys I'm going to start a newsletter. So if you want to get on my newsletter, send me your email address through Facebook, and I'll add you to my newsletter. It's my 18-year e-com anniversary. And so I wanted to share with you some highlights from my 18 years on selling online. Okay, so 6 eBay scams to avoid. I kind of mentioned this yesterday because one of my clients actually had this happen to them. Hey, Tramel, thanks for joining. First of all, you know, you can go to eBay or the eBay store and type in eBay shipping supplies, and eBay has their own branded packaging tape. They have their own branded boxes. Sorry, the sun's all jacked up. Okay, they have their own branded boxes. They have the bubble wrappers, you know, bubble wraps, everything that you need. They have it on eBay. You can buy it on eBay, but once per quarter, eBay lets you have a coupon for shipping supplies as well, so you kind of get them free. So if you're looking for shipping supplies through eBay, definitely check out that. You can just go search eBay shipping supplies on Google. You can search eBay shipping supplies on eBay itself, and it will take you to the same place. Okay, so 6 eBay scams to avoid. The first one is the one I talked about yesterday, and that's when a buyer offers to pay you more than the item's worth. So let's say that you have an auction that you're running and it's $200, and they say, hey, I'll give you $500 if you end your auction, and I'll text you, you know, where to send the money and everything. Hey, Zachary and Jen, great, thanks for tuning in to the Drive at 5. And, you know, they're like, I'll text you, you can text me, send me the money. Never ever do a transaction outside of eBay. I don't care how good it gets, because, you know, especially now, there's more and more shoppers coming out, and with more and more shoppers, there's more and more scammers. And, you know, I posted on Facebook about don't be a porch bandit. You know, a couple of years ago, my husband, at Christmas time, he delivered for FedEx. Absolutely loved it. But they had these certain houses that they couldn't leave packages on the door because people would steal them. And so they knew if they had to get a signature or whatever the case may be, depending on where the houses are. And I know as an Amazon seller, for the private label product that I ship from my home, sometimes I'll get a message and it'll say, please put on, you know, they'll put my name as Becky Thames, and on the second line they put do not leave on porch. And I'm like, wow, where do these people live to have to put this stuff so that, you know, so that they get their package. But anyway, you always want to don't be a porch bandit, and don't do any transaction outside of eBay where they ask you to pay more. Okay, so the next one is if they offer to overpay. The second one is if they settle outside, if they want you to settle outside of eBay. You definitely don't want to do that. The third one is the buyer claims that you shipped them an empty box. Now this one might be pretty hard to prove. Let's see. Tennille said, I had a car seat stolen off her porch a few years ago. I had to have Amazon request a signature on the replacement. Tennille, just curious, was that around the holidays, or was it just an average everyday month? But you want to claim, sometimes buyers will claim that you shipped them an empty box. And what you want to do there is, let's say you have an expensive item. So you want to take a picture maybe, or a video, you know, here's the item, here's me putting it in the box, here's me printing the eBay label, PayPal label, you know, doing that, and then shipping it off. And that would be the best way, especially if it's a super expensive item. You know, one of my co-workers, he has a shark's teeth business, and he dives into the black waters of the Edisto River, all these rivers around the low country, looking for shark's teeth. Yeah, Tennille, it was around Christmas. Okay, well, just be super careful with your packages this year, and don't take anything off anybody else's porch. It starts with you. If you don't do it, then other people might not do it. Okay, but he sells shark's teeth, and he found like this $1,000 shark's tooth. Now, he knows everything about shark's teeth. Not everything. He knows a lot. Like I know Amazon, he knows shark's teeth. He knows how to clean them, where to find them, everything. And so he's parts of all these groups, and he just has all this knowledge about shark's teeth. But he mailed a tooth, hey Ann, and the person claimed that they did not receive it. And that's another one of the eBay scams, if they claim they don't receive it. And so what you want to do in that case is, if it's over $750, you have to pay for not just a delivery confirmation, but a signature confirmation. And that's how you can protect your investment, especially if it's super expensive. So I just wanted to share that tip with you. So we've got, here they are again. The buyer agrees to overpay. You don't want to do that. The buyer wants to settle outside of the eBay. You definitely don't want to do that. The buyer claims you shipped them an empty box, so take some photos, etc. The buyer claims that that the item was not received, so they claim that through PayPal. And then the other one is, let's say that they do receive your item, but then they try to return like a broken replica. Okay, so what you want to do in that case is, this one's hard. So let's say you were selling like an iPhone or an iPhone 6. You could take like the serial number and maybe say it has a dent on the left corner or whatever, something that would identify that item, because that one could get a little tricky there. So it's just something, you know, anything that you can do to protect your investment, especially if you're selling one-of-a-kind items or old books, or I don't know, just things, collectibles, things that people would easily want to scam on. You know, most people probably wouldn't want to scam you on an iPhone case, but if it's the iPhone itself that's worth more, it has more value, then they may just try that. And then the last one are phishing emails, and that's actually what my client received yesterday. They actually had, it looked like the eBay email, it looked like it came directly from them, but it didn't. And don't click on any of the links in the email, because what they'll do is they'll get your login information. And I'm not trying to scare you, I just want you to be a wise e-commerce shopper, an e-commerce seller, and an e-commerce buyer. Because remember, it takes two, a buyer and a seller, to have a transaction. And so that's what I want to impress upon you, to be a good buyer when you're buying items, and also be a good seller when you're selling items. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about today, and hopefully if you follow these things, you will not have eBay horror stories. You know, I read, I was in one of the groups earlier, and someone said that they actually had, quote unquote, an eBay customer service rep call them and three-way them in with the customer and wanted a return. Guys, don't do that. You can't, or ship the order faster, or no, I know what it was. Change the address on the order. Ship the order to somewhere other than what is verified in the PayPal account. And guys, you don't want to do that either, because then you won't be covered through eBay and PayPal. So just be super careful. I want to super protect you during Q4. It's a fun time. People make more money, and it's not all about money, I'm not saying that, but people make more money during these 3 months, October, November, December, and January, 4 months, than that can last them the entire year. And but that means you're going to be busier. You're going to have a big problem this year, and it's going to be cash flow, because you're going to see so many deals, whether it be drop shipping, whether it be retail arbitrage. You're going to have a cash flow problem. I have a lot of money. I have a cash flow problem. I can't keep product in stock. I want to buy this. I want to buy that. And if I had all the money in the world and all the time, I probably would, you know, feed the beast more. And that's something that you want to plan for, because actually, I don't know if there are any. I'd be interesting in knowing about cash flow, especially during the Q4. Is that something you have to wait on when you're selling for Q4, or how does that work for you? Yeah, Tennille, that is a good problem to have, but it's definitely, that means what you're buying and selling, and you're flipping it that fast. Okay, so I hope you all have an amazing Wednesday. I'm going to do a private label webinar tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you want to jump on the webinar and learn how to private label, it's too late now to do it for the fourth quarter, but you can learn now and be prime set to get your orders in early so we don't interfere with the Chinese holiday, because that will definitely slow down your production, because China shuts down for their holiday in like February-ish, January, February. Okay, so I'm off to a baseball game. Hopefully my son's going to hit a triple again. He hit one the other night, but my husband was with him at one game. I was at practice with Carson, so I'm going to watch Cameron's game right now, and hopefully he'll hit a home run or triple or double or single or whatever he wants. I'll just be there supporting him no matter what, because I'll be his biggest fan. Okay, see you all tomorrow. If you want to jump on the private label course, go to privatelabelcourse.com. If you want to get on my newsletter, send me a message with your email. Talk to you soon. Bye.